Paradoxically, being young, creative, and ambitious, having a lot of courage, often we spend these talents for something insignificant. We make money at a part-time job, to pay for things we actually don't need. We communicate with the wrong people. Waste our energy on tons of different activities we will never get benefit from. Sure, fun and adventure are the inseparable parts of youthful life. However, it is rational to start thinking about your future in advance, even if you do not know yet what path will make you happy. The best way to do it is to start planning your life now, so it definitely becomes the one you're dreaming about. So you think, you deserve to live your best life? But you might not know how to get started. Creating a life plan might be your ticket to success. A good plan helps you focus on what you want and how you can get it, giving you a roadmap for your day-to-day life. Providing you with the tools you need to be successful and happy, so get ready for a bright future. In the planning process, the first things you must do is creating direction in your life. Identify what is not working in your life, so you know what to change. You likely have areas in your life where you feel unfulfilled, but that is a fixable problem. Ask yourself if you are using your talents fully and if you are making an impact. Additionally, figure out the things that trigger envy, sadness, and regret in your life. Chances are, you feel like you are lacking in these areas. For example, maybe you feel like your current job does not really challenge you, or your personal life feels empty. If you are always stressed about money, you might want to focus on changing your finances by earning more or spending less. Or if you find yourself envying your friends' vacation pictures, maybe it is time you start planning a trip. Similarly, if you regret not finishing your degree, it could be time to go back to school. In order to create direction in your life, it is important to define your core values in life. Living your life according to your values can help you feel fulfilled and full of purpose. To figure out your values, examine how you spend your time and what makes you happiest. Alternatively, think about 3 people you admire and figure out why you hold them in high esteem. You could also review a list of values and check off which ones matter most to you. Core values include things like honesty, loyalty, family, freedom, compassion, creativity, nature, accomplishment, and success. For instance, you might value helping people, expressing your creativity, being honest, and working hard. Think about what you would do if the money were not an issue. Or if it did not matter what others says about you. Be honest with yourself. The next things would be to track how you are currently spending your time. Your time is valuable, so spend it building a life you love. To figure out where your time goes now, write down your daily activities and how much time you spend doing each thing. Then, calculate how much time you are spending on activities that do not fit your values. For instance, you might use your phone to take notes about what you do and how long you spend doing it for an entire week. Go over the notes at the end of the week to see where you might make changes. You might write down things like, got ready for work, worked, watched TV, made or ate dinner, cleaned the kitchen, watched a movie, and went to bed. And so on. Then imagine how you want your life to be in the future. You deserve to be happy, so picture your future self living your ideal life. Decide where you would like to live, what career or passion you want, how you will spend your free time, and who you want around you. Identify where you want to be in 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, and 10 years. Use this vision to give you direction for where you want to go in life. For instance, you might imagine yourself in 5 years living in a new home, working in a job where you help people, coming home to a cat and a loving partner, and pursuing a creative hobby, such as knitting or painting. Similarly, you may visualize yourself with a loving partner, a brood of children, and a home bakery. In your free time, you might play games with your children and go to yoga classes. On the other hand, you may picture yourself traveling the world as a photographer and living a nomadic life. When you are not traveling, you might connect with family and friends and do crossword puzzles. Select things that make you happy. You have to design your life the way you want it to be. Remember, most successful and happy people did not achieve their life by chances. They did plan their life and designed it the way they want it. This is like any design process. First you gather and create idea of what like to do, then narrow it down to 4 or 5 most important one, then chooses probably 3 of them, and you must learn that let go the rest and move on, as too many choices cause choice overload. As Barry Schwartz, the American psychologist, call it the paradox of choice, will make you less happy with what you have chosen. But remember that you cannot choose well, if you are only choosing from rational mind. Use your emotion too. Here I just wanted to Dan Gilbert, Harvard psychologist who said that you're happiest wanting what you get, not getting what you want. In this process, do not hesitate to ask your friends and family to support the changes you want to make. You do not have to go after your dreams by yourself. You might even be more successful if you have support. Try working alongside a partner so you can hold each other accountable. As an alternative, tell your friends or family about your goals and ask them to support you. You might tell your friends and family, I want to change my eating habits for the better. When we go out, can we go to a restaurant with healthy options? I'm starting a business to sell my paintings. Would you mind sharing my business page to help get the word out? Or I am trying to save money. When we hang out, can we stick to free or cheap activities? Consider asking someone you admire to be your mentor. They can provide you guidance and support. After you know the direction in your life, and what you want to do, it is time to establishing goals. Set smarter goals, to help you create the life you want. Achieving your goals can be really hard, but setting smarter goals increases your chances of success. SMARTER is an acronym for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound, evaluated, and readjusted. Identify goals based on your ideal life and core values. Then, revise them to make them smarter. Let us say you want to buy a house. A smarter goal might be, I will put £200 of each paycheck into a savings account for a down payment for a house. It is specific because it gives a clear action. It is measurable because you can track the money. It is achievable because it is a reasonable amount. It is relevant because your goal is to buy a home. And it is time-bound because it happens each paycheck. You can make sure it is evaluated and readjusted by revisiting your goal periodically, such as once every 6 months. Or if you want a new job, a smarter goal could be, I will apply to 5 jobs every week until I get hired. It is specific because it focuses on an action you can control. It is measurable because you can count out how many applications you send. It is achievable because it only includes behaviors you control. It is relevant because you cannot get a job unless you apply for one. It is time-bound because you are doing it every week. You can also review your goal monthly to evaluate and readjust it. For some people, visual representation can help. Make a visual representation of your goals. Put your goals front and center with a visual reminder. Just write down your goals if you want to keep it simple. If you are artsy, create illustrations for your goals. Place your creation where you will see it every day. Try one of these ideas. Make a vision board with photos from the internet or magazines. Or write down your goals using colorful pens or markers. Or draw symbols of your goals, like a typewriter for writing every day, athletic shoes for working out, or a house for moving to a new home. Break down your goals into smaller steps. A big goal can feel overwhelming, but you do not have to do everything at once. Instead, break up your goal into smaller steps that are easier to accomplish. Create steps that are manageable so you can easily check them off your to-do list. Let us say your goal is to run a marathon. You might create steps like, walk or run a mile, and then run a mile, and then set to run a 5 kilometers, then walk or run a half marathon, then run a half marathon, finally set to walk or run 20 miles, and after you run 20 miles, set to walk or run a marathon, and run a marathon. You might also have a job-related goal, such as becoming a chef. Your steps might include, get a degree or certification, get an entry-level job at a restaurant, get a mentor, develop my own style or techniques, and apply for promotions at work. Let us say your goal is to improve your finances. Your steps might include, create a budget, transfer £100 to my savings account each month, ask for a raise, and open an investment account. The sooner you take the first step toward a goal, the easier it will be to motivate yourself to keep going. During the process of designing your life, develop strategies to overcome obstacles. Everyone encounters setbacks in life, so do not worry if you hit a roadblock. To help you stay on track, anticipate the things that might get in your way. Then, brainstorm ideas for dealing with them. For instance, let us say you want to start your own business. You might worry that lack of time and distractions like your favorite TV shows will hold you back. As a solution, you could try getting up early to work on your business. This way you will get the work done right away in the morning, and you will not have to change your evening TV habits. Similarly, you might want to follow a budget. You may worry about obstacles like holiday shopping, unexpected expenses, and dinners out with friends. You could handle these obstacles by creating an expense line in your budget for holiday shopping, as well as one for extra expenses. Additionally, you might talk to your friends about choosing less expensive activities. It is important to revise goals over time, so they stay relevant for you. Sometimes you start pursuing a goal but realize it is not for you. It is okay to change your mind and switch directions when this happens. Evaluate your goals at set intervals, such as monthly, quarterly, every 6 months, or once a year. If your current goals are not working for you, go ahead and revise them or replace them with a new goal. For example, your goal might be to work for yourself. However, you might discover that you hate running your own business. Since your goal is not working for you, set a new career goal. Similarly, maybe you always dreamed of running a marathon, but you find that you get bored after 30 minutes of running. It is okay to change your goal to running a 5 kilometers instead. Maybe you wanted to aggressively pay down your debt, so you put yourself on a strict budget. If you are really unhappy, however, you might decide to take a little longer to pay back your debt or could try earning a little extra money, so your budget is more flexible. To be more successful with your goals, you have to let go of things that interfere with your goals. Chances are, you have time wasters and clutter that are not in line with your goals. There is nothing wrong with doing things that make you happy, but try cutting out activities, possessions, or even people who are holding you back in life. Eliminate anything that is interfering with your goals. For example, excess clutter in your kitchen might make it harder to make healthy meals. Similarly, clutter might prevent you from working out at home or pursuing a hobby. Clean out the clutter so you have space to live the life you want. Or if you have a friend who always bashes your dreams, you might spend less time with them. Or if you waste time watching too much TV, scrolling on your phone, or window shopping online, consider repurposing this time for something productive. The vital part to achieve your goals, following your plan, is taking action. For that reason, make small changes at first so they are easy to do. You probably want fast results, but big sweeping changes usually do not last. Instead, challenge yourself to spend a little time every day working on your goal. In time, these changes will become habits. Once your new habits feel second nature, take another small step toward your goal. Let us say your goal is to start working out 5 times a week. You might start by taking a 15-minute walk after work every day. Once this becomes a habit, you could expand to a 30-minute walk. Next, you might try other exercises. Similarly, you might want to write a novel. Start by writing for 15 minutes every day. Once you form this habit, try expanding to 30 minutes a day. Set new goals as your new habits feel easy. Or if you're trying to save money, start with a small amount that is easy for you, like £20 a week. Then, look for ways you can tighten up your budget so you can save more. Environment has major impact on performance, so arrange your environment to support the life you want. Where and how you spend your time will either help you reach your goals or can hold you back. Additionally, environmental triggers can make you fall back on bad habits, even though you are working so hard to live your best life. Create a home and workspace that inspires you to stick to your life goals. For example, remove items that distract you or tempt you to engage in habits you do not want. For instance, you might get rid of junk food or the extra TV in your bedroom. Or place items that help you live your best life in easy-to-access spots. You might put healthy foods at eye level in your fridge and could set up a home workspace that makes it easy to work on your passion project. Remember to track your progress to help you stay motivated. The only way to ensure you're being successful is to track how you are doing. Set up a system for tracking your progress on the major goals in your life. Update your tracker, daily, weekly, or monthly, depending on what works for you. For example, you might put a mark in your calendar when you work on your goals. You could also create a chart with each step you need to accomplish so you can check off each one. You could also try checking off the items on your vision board or goal list that you created as a visual reminder. Or you could also use an app like Way of Life, Habitica, or AtTracker to monitor your progress. Do not forget to reward yourself when you make progress. Celebrating small achievements keeps you motivated and increases your chance of success. Create a list of small rewards you can give yourself, like a small treat, an item you have been wanting, or time to work on a favorite hobby. Use your progress tracker to decide when it is time to celebrate. Give yourself a reward for any progress you make, whether it is great or small. For example, you might buy yourself new running shoes after completing 5 kilometers. If you get a new job, you might invite friends over to celebrate. If you stick to your new changes for an entire week, You might set aside an hour over the weekend to watch your favorite shows or play video games. The last but most important part is to learn from failure so you can do better next time. Failing can leave you with feelings like sadness and embarrassment, but it helps to remember that everyone fails at one point or another. You cannot be successful unless you are open to failure. Figure out what you can learn from these experiences, so you are more likely to succeed when you try again. For instance, let us say you applied for a graduate program so you could go back to school, but your application was not accepted. Instead of giving up on your goal, consider asking why you were rejected. Focus on building a better application for next year and investigate other schools that could be a better fit. Similarly, maybe you want to move to a new city, but you are struggling to find a job there. Do not give up on this dream. Keep sending out your applications. If you think you would have more luck finding a job if you already lived there, save up enough money to support yourself for a few months without a job. So, this is it. We hope this video helped you to take control of your life and plan it for the better. Thank you for watching. If you find this video useful, do not forget to like it, and subscribe to our channel Digit Pro. Digit Pro is dedicated on assisting executives, managers and small to medium business owners succeed through the effective use of digital marketing.